If you've heard a salesperson say, hey, I'm calling you back, or I want to follow up with you, or I was just touching base, raise your hands. We've all heard somebody say that. And guess what? Unfortunately, that might be you. Never ever say to somebody that you're calling back, I'm calling you back, or I want to follow up with you, or I was just touching base. That is a very impersonal way to reach back out to somebody. Remember, selling is emotional. It's not logical. 85% of the time, people buy emotionally. You want to tap into someone's emotion. You don't want to tap into their logical side of their brain. You want to tap into their emotions. So whenever you are calling somebody back, whether it's a callback or an appointment, or you're reaching back to somebody, here's how you go down the emotional path. I was thinking about you. That's how you open the conversation. That's how you open the voicemail, is I was thinking about you. Open the conversations with I was thinking about you, not I'm calling you back or I'm touching base with you. Those are so impersonal, they're so transactional. See, relationship selling demands that people want to know that you're actually thinking about them. That is so powerful in sales and in relationships, is letting somebody else know that you're actually thinking about them, that you are on their mind. That is something that will move somebody to start connecting with you so that they don't see you as someone that's a transactional salesperson, but you are someone that is in it for the long run. You are in it for the long haul. You are in it for the relationship. So remember, when you're calling somebody, always make it a mindset of yours to always address them by saying, hey, I was thinking about you. So here's an example of, say, a voicemail. If I were calling somebody back and I got their voicemail, here's what I would leave on that voicemail. I would say this: Jill, I was thinking about you today. I just helped out a client that was in a similar situation as you, Jill, and I think that you should be next. When you call me back, Jill, if you get my voicemail, it's probably because I'm on the phone talking to somebody just like you. Leave me a message and I'm going to be sure to give you a call as soon as I get off the phone. I appreciate you, Jill, and I look forward to talking to you really, really soon. See what that's done? It's now become a very personal thing. It's become very emotional. Because what was I doing? I told Jill that I was thinking about her today. I made it very, very personal. So when she listens to that voicemail, she's hearing that I was thinking about her. I made it a relationship. I also told her in that voicemail that I just helped out a client in a very similar situation as her, and I think that she should be next. So now I'm pushing that needle for her to make a decision to call me back. I'm going ahead and I'm putting her in a similar situation as well as the person that I just talked to. See, I also said when you call me back, Jill, if you get my voicemail, it's probably because I'm on the phone talking to someone, what? Just like you. I made it just like them so that now they're in the same exact position. So I'm asking them as well, if for some reason I am on the phone, I'm sounding busy. We talked about in another video, sounding busy, not desperate. So if you are on the phone and they do get your voicemail, you want to portray that, hey, you know what, I'm busy. If I don't answer, don't look at it like I'm avoiding you. It's because I'm probably talking to somebody else. That was so powerful. When I was selling on the phone, I would always have that line of, hey, if you call me back and I don't answer, just leave me a voicemail because I'm probably talking to somebody just like you. I'm on the phone all day long. I've got appointments all day long. If you call me back, I'm not avoiding your phone call. I really, really want to talk to you. It's just that I'm helping somebody just like you as well. Just leave me a message and I will call you right back. That was so powerful. I would get voicemails all the time from people that were calling me back because I did that very thing. Is I made it so that I was very, very busy. I sounded very, very busy, as well as I promised to them that I was going to give them a call back. So again, the line of I'm thinking about you is so powerful in leaving voice messages, even when you're also talking to that person again. If that person say, Jill, answer the phone, I wasn't leaving a voicemail, that's how it opened the conversation. Hey, Jill, I was thinking about you today. You know, we talked about this, and I just actually had somebody that had a very similar situation as you, and I thought that, hey, you should be next. I was making sure that I reached out to you right away. How are you doing? how's it going? You know, and go get into the conversation with them. So another thing is when you're calling somebody back, never call somebody back with the anticipation or the expectation that you're calling them just to take an order. I think a lot of salespeople make that mistake. I made that mistake, so I'm telling you not to do that. Is when I was calling somebody back, I got into the mindset that, you know, I'm calling them back to place an order. They told me to call them, they have their checkbook, they would have this. I'm calling them back right now to take an order. And when they answer the phone, I got really excited because I'm like, okay, they answer the phone, now they're going to go ahead and they're going to give me their banking information, or they're going to move forward with the sale. Don't do that. Always be prepared for the resistance, but more importantly than anything, be prepared to go back over everything again, just like it's an absolutely new person that you're talking to. See, I've learned that over time is that when I call somebody back, I realize, and we've talked about this in other videos, is that after 24 hours, that individual has forgot 70% of what you've gone over with them. So think about that. If I'm calling back somebody in 24 hours, they've forgot 70% of what I talked to them about. So if I go into the conversation thinking I'm just taking an order, I'm just going to place an order, they forgot 70% of what I've talked about. So I have to be prepared to go back over everything again, just like it was a brand new person, it was a brand new individual. And I found that because when I would call somebody back to take an order, which was a lounge act mentality, I would hit some form of resistance. And I learned over time that what I would need to do is this: get off the money, get off the order taking mentality, and I have to go back over everything that we discussed. I would ask them to go grab a pen and a paper again, and I'd go back over the entire process again and then move myself into the close, into the sale. And that worked a majority of the time because they just needed to hear it again and be reassured the decision that they were making was the right one. But more importantly, they realized that they were talking to somebody that cared enough about them to go back over everything again and didn't just press them on closing the sale right then and there. They took the time to go back over everything, make sure that they understood it, and that's the type of individuals that you will attract, and you will become a sales rock star if you have that type of mentality. There's a great saying out there: people don't care what you know, they just want to know that you care. So when you're calling somebody back, tell them, I'm thinking about you. That tells the other person that you care about them. They're not some sort of transaction to you. They are a relationship. I always say it can be a one-time transaction, and in our business, a lot of times it's just a one-time transaction with the individual, but it must feel to that person like it's an absolute lifetime relationship. If you can get that mindset across to the other person that you're talking to, that you're thinking about them, that you're expecting a lifetime relationship with them, you're going to be there to answer their phone calls, you're going to be there as their teammate to make sure that they're successful in their Medicare sales journey, in their Medicare journey, then that is going to make you an absolute sales rock star. So guess what? I'm thinking about you right now. That's why I made this video, to make sure that you understood that when you call someone back, don't go back into it with, I'm calling you back, I'm following up with you, I'm touching base. No, get that out of your mindset, get into your mind, I was thinking about you. That is going to open doors for you, and that is going to make you an unstoppable force as a sales rock star. Good luck today. Go out there and tell people that you were thinking about them.